is a very effective enemy, and he is a very effective bully, and he is a torturer that constantly doesn't put us on a guilt trip. He puts us on a guilt drip, and it just drips and drips and drips and drips until we are driven insane, we are driven crazy, and we are driven mad. And a lot of you are like, okay, I get it. I recognize it. He says these lies. Well, why can't I do anything about it? Well, why can't we? Well, I believe it's because we are constantly being bombarded with his lies. Constantly. I mean, even in the last 15 minutes since I brought this topic up, some of you aren't even listening because all you're doing is you're listening to the voices, the lies. And he starts to say in this constant guilt drip, he starts to say things like, there's no going back. There's no going back. You cross that line of no return. You cannot escape this. You cannot survive this. You will not be able to go back. Your sins are too horrible. They're too awful. What if everybody knew? If everybody knew, they would not like you. They would not accept you. They would just want to be away from you. If everybody knew. So just go ahead and just end it all. And even if they knew, God won't forgive you. Well, I mean, he will, kind of, but not completely. He's still going to hold it against you. So you're useless. I mean, you're useless. He would never use you. Why would he ever use you when there's so many other better people that don't have these drips that he could use? And the results are maddening. And we live in constant fear that we're going to get that text message that says, I know. We live in constant fear that someone's going to discover our past. And so we build these walls that keep us far away from people and even farther away from God. That is the truth. That is one of the reasons many of you don't want to even try a community group, because you're scared to death. We're going to all have to join hands the first week and tell the truth. And people won't like me. So I'm going to avoid that situation. A lot of people don't even want to come into the church because that's what they think we do, is turn around to your neighbor and tell them the biggest sin you did this week. We are so afraid of being truthful and telling the truth. And so what we do is we put this distance between people, and more importantly, we put our distance between the one who can overcome, the one whose grace and mercy and love can stop the drip. And we live in constant fear. And our biggest mistake is we isolate ourselves and we run away from the one who is here to help.